Here we go again. Hello and welcome to part 2 of Never Again, the Panasonic NV-V8000. And we left it in part 1. We got it going. Have a picture, we have pause, but the actual playback picture is not probably as good as it should be, and tape got stuck. We had problems with the front loading system anyway, but it ended up that I just couldn't eject it. So, going to manually eject it. It's a PP3 battery, 9 volts. I think that should do it. And get enough torque. Yeah, I think we might need a little bit more juice. I haven't plugged the electronics. This is actually on a separate plug down here, but it's with the lacing motor in the way. You just can't get to it. It's really for unplugging once it's out. Yeah, that is not wanting to come out. It is unlaced. It's fully unlaced. So, I don't know. We'll almost do with an extra set of hands just to try and manually wind it. It is trying. Let's just turn it around and load it back up. See if it gives any clues. Yeah, I think it's actually jamming. So where is it jamming? Is it the actual carriage? I seem to remember I can actually get to the bottom of the motor. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so I can go the one way down. As I try and eject it though, yeah, that's actually completely locked up. So, can I actually get this out? I might be able to actually. I can see, because I can get to that screw, and that screw. I don't know if there's any screws at the front, or whether it unlatches. I can't remember. Oh, there are. Yeah, so there's a screw down there, and a screw down there. So I might be able to get to it. I can probably get to that one, but getting to this one's going to be really difficult because I've got electronics in the way. Oh, feels very bad. What if I can get in with a smaller? Depends how tight. Tight it is. Oh, that's undone. It's a bit of a squeeze to get in there, but it is coming undone. And it's lucky I could raise it as far as I did. Okay, so that is loose. Do I have to bring the front down? I don't think I do, but I could be wrong. I think it comes back far enough just to, or maybe it won't, because it's got a tape in there still. Clear the spools and everything. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to remove the front, or at least pull it forward slightly. Do I have to undo the big screws, don't I? I think it's just this one? Maybe. Is it that one? Is that just for the door mechanism? No, that is the one I have to remove. And is there a second one? Because on this side there's two, but I think it's, again, it's only the top one I have to take off. Maybe? I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. That gives me enough. Yeah, I should be able to lift that out now. I don't want to take it right off if I don't have to, so will this play ball now? You see some bent metal there at the front. Let's start off with, that's before anything else. Oh, there's something I have to unplug, isn't there? Yes, there is. Don't want to pull that too hard. Yeah, let's turn this over. I'll just take the bottom panel off and we'll unplug the, I think it's to the VHS-C, so yeah. I could not remember. I think it's actually these two. So let's unplug those. I remember a ribbon cable. I don't quite recollect this standard cabled connector, but it's moving. It's moving with it. Yeah, it's part of it as well. So yeah, that needs to come out. It's just, why is it not coming free? And I still think it's because there's a cassette in there. So yeah, let's put it back down for that and see what's going on. Oh, blimey. Oh, that's not bit of plastic's just falling out. Okay. So let's see what's actually going on. Okay, so this feels a bit rough. Oh, I don't do that necessarily. I'm just a bit concerned that that bit of plastic fell out. Right, so that's the tape out. We keep winding. It should put the VHS-C into place. Which it sort of does, but not very elegantly. Yeah, we have got bent metal here. Don't know why that should be necessarily the case. I mean, how that happened. That's been dragging on the front. Those are the locks for it. So that locks it into place, I believe, from what I can remember. Yeah, see, it's not really coming up. Let's just wind this on. Right, so that's... so it is coming up. But this is bent. I don't know if I'd like to put that screw back in. Oh, I didn't need to take it out, so let's put that screw back in. Because what I'm worried about is, because that's made the assembly a bit sloppy, I'm going to lose timing. And I don't want to pull this about more than I need to, because bad things happen with old plastic. So yeah, that's probably a good call to do that. Okay. That is definitely not right. Feels horrible doing this. Okay, so that's fully loaded. You can see where it's been scraping the front. Yeah, so it is actually off its rails slightly. I say slightly, it's the top. So there's some rails that this runs on. It's a bit like the Sony's actually, with the C9, with the cassette indoor. And yeah, it's coming out the rail. Now I wonder if no, I was going to say if I take that screw back out, but I can actually jostle it back into position, but I don't think I can, because that's not I suppose we can try, but I don't think that's going to work. Like I said, I don't want to mess about with this more than I have to, although I have a sneaky suspicion I'm going to have to. Yeah, you see it, because this is all one piece. This doesn't give me any benefit to getting that back in the rails. So what I'm going to have to do is tip it on its front, I think, and try and get it back into its rails. Then I've got to try and work out what's going on with the stiffness and why it locked up. Because obviously it shouldn't have. Just trying to look for an elegant way to do this, i.e. without putting it about more than I need to. Yeah, the gear looks actually a little bit damaged. What I could do, I think, is if I put the VHS-C back down, I should be able to get it onto the rail that way. So let's give that a go. So go back the other way. So let's turn that motor by hand again. I might have to help it, I think. Oh, there we go. That was well and truly jammed. So if I undo, if I can get to that screw, easier said than done, because this is in the way. Oh, it's really not going to be easy to get that back in without stripping it down, which might have to happen, unfortunately. But I don't really want to do unless I really have to. Yeah, because it's got locating dips in the metal that lock it to the front. But the problem with that is I can't get to it without taking out the carriage, not easily anyway. It's sort of in the way. And to take out the carriage, can I get to it? No. Yes, I can. But I have to take the screw right the way out. Gosh, it's very tight, which you'd expect. There's one in. I think that's located properly. Yeah. Oh. Let's do that screw back up. Really difficult to film. And let's do this side. So it's that screw. Might just be able to make it out. Top of it there. There. So slacken that off. Then. Oh gosh. Wonder if I'm not using the right screwdriver. Well, it's coming undone now. I was using the right screwdriver. I'm trying to stretch that spring. No, I can't undo it. I'm damaging the head. Oh, that's annoying. I'll get that one in. I'd rather replace the spring than anything else. Oh gosh, that was so tight. Wow. Just let that go. I've stretched that spring slightly, which I'm not proud of, but like I say, I've got a spare. So I'd rather change the spring. If I need to. I might not need to. It's not slack enough. I think that's on? No. You can see that hasn't located properly. All right, the other side. And that's why the screws are so tight. Because it's only one screw keeping it all from going horribly wrong. Oh gosh. That's gone in, I think. Now, I should have taken the spring off. That would have made a lot more sense. No, that still hasn't gone in. No. Let's take the spring off. Where does that go? It goes up to there. So yeah, I might replace that spring. I'm pretty sure I've got one in the other deck. Okay. There's obviously quite a bit of tension there, so it needs to that's not actually locating at all. Why is that going all horribly wrong? There we go. Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's actually forward there. So, which it shouldn't be really. That's interesting actually, because that is obviously wrong. Okay, so I think the rails are in. Yeah, you can't really see it to be fair. But they are in. I just wonder what's happened with this. It's sort of a bit weird. What am I going to do about that spring? I should really replace it, shouldn't I? Okay, so let's give it a test. It's in full-size VHS at the moment, and I have to be careful as I wind this in. There are two stops that need to be triggered, so I just need to keep an eye out for those. Oh, actually not quite. Oh, actually already mostly down actually. I thought it was actually at the sort of ready to accept a full-size cassette stage. So that's ejected. That's VHS-C. Now we might have a problem there. That does not want to go any further. Now why? Yeah, well, it's going to be the same thing, isn't it? So let's just wind. So it's the lock, and the lock is here. So if I put that there, I think that's all it is. Maybe not. There as well. Where am I missing? Missing part of the lock to stop it from accidentally trying to take a cassette in. So there's that there. Maybe it is that there and I just haven't pushed it far enough down. Winding this by hand now. I thought it was that, but I don't think it is. Oh, is it that? Yes, it is. So down at both sides. So I should be able to drive that now, I think. And has that gone tight again? Yep. And this side as well. Yeah. Oh! Right, so that's fully down. So it's both sides twice. I think it's the same for the full size as well. It's both sides twice. So let's try unlacing. And also, obviously, swapping over. Ah, I know why. It's because these, down the bottom, lock it, and of course I'm resting the front loading system. So these two bits here. So I should be okay now. Yeah, there we go. And then same with this. So we've got locking. Let's put it back a bit so I'm not tensioning it so much. Should be able to drive this again, I think. And then there's another lock, second lock. Just wind it back a bit so I can get past it. And this side as well. I think we're past it. No. There we go, that's past it. And that's it. That's loaded. So this should work. So let's get it back into eject. Do I want to get it back in? Well, I suppose I can always wind it by hand, can't I? So it's using crocodile clips because I haven't got enough hands as it is. There we go. Super. Okay, so I'll get this put back in the machine and we'll give it a try. Hopefully we'll have VHS-C and normal VHS swapping over nicely. So yeah, let's crack on. Well, I've got it back in, and of course it's fun and games trying to get those two connectors to the front there, and of course I didn't film it. It was quite entertaining actually. I did take the front right off. I haven't undone the ribbon cables, but I just thought, right, it's going to come off. So oh, something sprayed in there at some point. That's interesting. So I might as well just give that a bit of a clean while I'm in there, but it's looking pretty good. So yeah, okay, I'll do that. And I suppose we ought to give it a test and just see if that has indeed fixed it. Let's crack on. Okay, so let's give it a test. If we can get to the plug. Okay. So let's just try the full size. Oh, a little bit of a whir. Okay, so far so good. Now, what's this going to be like? So yeah, I've still got the problem. Oh no, that's actually laced okay. I need to clean all this up, clean all this grease off, put fresh grease, because that's common. Okay, well that's playing. It's actually rather nice. Okay, so I suppose hi-fi there. We ought to have a look at the video quality side of things. But yeah, it's sounding pretty good. Nice and smooth, the way it's supposed to be. So I think it's trying to work out what the cassette is. It's still going fast, just it's significantly slowed down. So, and I don't think this has like jet rewind. But yeah, super. Okay, let's hook it up and check the video, see what it's like. Let's crack on. Okay, well here it goes. Put it back on, and let's just try the tape I was using before. Now I have a bit of a suspicion this tape might not be quite as good as I think it is, the actual recording. Oh, yeah. So we do have cap issues still. Well, that's good to know. That makes life a bit easier. Let's try still. So still is marginally better. Marginally.
Very sociable fella, and I would imagine he never had a bad boyfriend anyway.
Yeah, so
Such a super swing. It was no nonsense.
yeah, it's actually picking up. Well, I'd say it's picking up fairly quickly. We've now got better lock, but the colour is terrible.
The concept of the golf tour. His granddaughter, seen here in this photograph, is proud of his achievements.
You know, it's easy to forget, but he was.
And the sound is very, very good. We are actually on.
A few people get to know him does my heart good.
Bobby became a golf instructor to celebrities including Perry Como and Charlie Chaplin. He died aged 80 in 1975, but his impact on the sport continues to be felt to this day.
There we go, wonderful story. That is just about it from us. You can, of course, get more on the Champions League on the BBC Sport website. But we'll see you soon. Take care.
Yeah, so tracking. If I press both together, does that?
Hello there, good evening.
Yeah, resets. Ah, yes, there's normal audio. And then the hi-fi.
So plenty of added wind chill here. And for the rest of the week, we're staying in that colder air. Still the risk of some frosty nights. We've got that.
Cool. Okay, so you can see the picture is much improved now. But yeah.
So here's high pressure out towards the northwest bend, so we're drawing down with that northerly to northeasterly wind. This little feature will still bring...
It's actually not bad when once it gets going. It's a bit oversaturated on the pause.
Mostly across parts of Wales, where there could be wintry over the higher ground, the Midlands too. Moving further southwards and more cloud as we head into tomorrow morning here.
And the change is quite
When
gradual.
in the shelter of the wind, then there could be a touch of frost again, temperatures dropping slightly below freezing. But this is how it will begin the day on Wednesday.
I think that's just the way the signal is processed. So, okay, well, freezer spray might actually be quite useful. So, yeah, what I'll need to do is take this out again and just see what's causing the issue. Let's crack on. Okay, so this gets a bit more interesting. I didn't actually realise, because, well, eyes, TBC was on. And if I turn it on, the picture gets worse. So if I pause it, no difference, because TBC is inactive, I think. But yeah, if I unpause it, then you'll see it go sort of dull again. Then if I flick off TBC, there we go. And that's what I'd expect because of, well, I've recorded this on my own sort of fairly basic VHS, so VHS deck. So yeah, I think we've got a problem with caps in the TBC. But I think what I'll do, because it's getting quite late and I've been doing loads of stuff today, so I'm going to leave this, let it cool down, and then actually flick that switch from cold and just see if it is the TBC or whether it is in the chrominance luminance pack. But yeah, that's actually quite good, I think. Maybe I never opened the TBC cam before on one of these, so let's crack on. Covers off the TBC unit. A couple of screws that actually hold the top can on, as well as the fixing tabs. So you just have to watch out for that. So there's a screw there and a screw there. So yeah, undo those and then take it off. That one's actually literally just holding the unit in. So yeah, let's power it up and press play. Start a capture.
Hello at the Atlantic Council, Michael. It's so good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us on BBC News. And if I can ask you first of all,
Right, so that's TBC on.
this breakthrough in Jeddah.
But we do have a problem as well. That's TBC off. So we do have problems beyond just the TBC. Just TBC on. TBC off. Let's press pause. Yeah, it might not like being run on its side particularly. So that's pulling up quite well. You still see a pull down on the red. So it's TBC on, TBC off. So it's actually worse off at the moment. It almost just needs a recap. On, off, really putting there. On, off. That's off. Let's pause light now. Apart from all the noise. There we go. Yeah, so there's pulling going on. Pause it, and of course TBC has no effect on the pause. Which is sort of the clue. So what are we? TBC on. Oh, that's not what I want to do at all. Right, so I have now got freezer spray, not foam cleaner. Oh, I can't believe I did that. So we are actually TBC on. So, well, cold certainly has no effect. So I'm wondering if all of the issues we have now are on the video pack. TBC is actually okay, and I mean the use of sort of discrete components rather than surface mounts possibly makes this more reliable at this age anyway, and vintage. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any effect. I will give it some heat, but I don't expect it to make any difference. Yeah, I just think it's all on the video pack. So that's actually rather good. Yeah, so it's quite warm now. So yeah, okay. I'm going to put the cover back on this then. Let's just turn that off. Video pack's out, so let's power it on and play. So let's turn that down a bit. So a bit of heat just to speed things up. Yeah, so definitely, well, I say definitely, certainly looking like caps, isn't it? So, nope. Nope. No. Oh. I'm not liking that. Is it those four? No, maybe not. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Oh, okay. Let's Give it some heat. Okay, so we're back to somewhere near normal. Fine. 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 Still okay. Still okay. Let's just try those again. Are we missing any? Oh, it's going to be those service mounts, isn't it? Yeah. Thing is, those are on like a ceramic board, which is going to be hateful. So, warmed back up. Fantastic. Well, that's going to be fun. I think I'm going to be using... Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I suppose it depends on values. Okay, well, that sort of answered that one. Let's put a bit of heat on them. There we go. So TBC, flicking between. So that's on, that's off. Just to, I mean, for what it's worth, spray them. TBC on, off, sorry, on, off, on. It's just how it's interpreting the signal. Bring it back. Yeah. Okay, so we have those 4 caps to change. Fun, fun, fun. Let's crack on. I'm not sure I can be this lucky, but I just touched. I was sort of trying to work out a tidy way to get these off, and I just touched this capacitor and it just came off. That's bonkers, because they've leaked. They've actually dissolved their their solder joints. So these two are 4.7 at 5 volts. But I'm not going to be so lucky with these. These are 47. Yeah. But yeah, I was just going to try and do a cut. Oh wow, really? That's bonkers. They are that rotten. To be a bit careful. That is bonkers. They've all come off, well, it looks like they've come off cleanly. Wow. Okay, well, that makes life a lot easier. I was just trying to work out, do I desolder this ceramic board and then take this board out as well? So I'd have to desolder the connectors there, then desolder this to get sort of clean access to get them off with a soldering iron or the hot air. But no, they just dropped off. Resoldering might be fun, but I think with a bit of gentle prep, that'll be fine. So yeah, let's crack on. These board mounts, in case you're wondering, they do actually just unclip. So you can just sort of clip them back in. That's it. That board is properly clipped. I thought at first I thought it was a hinge, but no, they're proper PCB clips. So that's actually quite cool, and that's actually quite useful to know. So yeah, anyway, I'll continue to put this back together. Okay, so here it goes. Plug it in. Hopefully we're all okay. I think I plugged everything in. We'll find out, I suppose. And worryingly, there is nothing coming out on video. I think something bad has happened to that board. I'm just going to check I did actually plug everything back in, because that doesn't look right. Somehow. I had to get really resourceful. So the positive is on the top pad, but the bottom pad, there's nothing left of it. The copper's actually rotted away. There's still some of the sort of conductive material there, but nothing to solder to. So that's why if I pressed it, I could get some sort of image, or pretty good image actually, which is encouraging. I just hope I haven't damaged anything else, because it is just so, you know, it's wrecked really. But if I can just get the connections, we should be okay. So I was just about to scrape enough enamel off to get a spot of solder on and actually solder it, and that is actually connected. So not ideal. So fingers crossed. I don't think I've shorted anything. It's really dicey. I've managed to clear any other conductive surfaces from what I can see. It's not easy to get in there either, which doesn't help. But anyway, here goes. Okay. Lovely. Moment of truth, start a capture. I can't believe that. Just doing that short section has taken about 3 hours of me really carefully scraping bits away and gently soldering and trying to get in there, keeping the iron as clean as possible. I've had to drop solder on there as well, which is terrible because obviously it burns all the flux off. Do it as quick as I could, but also precisely. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay, I am going to get this back together and just check it, I think, and hopefully we'll be good. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, I was just trying this remote actually, but it doesn't seem to work. I put batteries in it. No, doesn't seem to work. That's something I might have to just test. Anyway, press play. Oh, got some muck coming on the heads. There we go. Just a tiny bit of muck. But, oh, there we have it. It is working, and it's working well. I'm so pleased, and good grief. So I do have to give it a run through now. I'll give it a few hours, check over, just playing a tape. I will check video levels as well. I need to also check the super video side of it. Recording. If I do find anything interesting with it, I'll put that in another video. But for all intents and purposes, we have a working NV-V8000. Worse than the first? Yeah, it's like the HF100, isn't it? Yeah, it's an experience. These always are. It's another one, it's just like, oh no, here we go. But yeah, it's working. I'm happy with it as far as it goes. I don't want to meddle with it much more because I'm worried what else will break. But like I say, I'll have a good old run now. That screw won't be going back in because obviously there's no post for it to go into. It's weird how that was broken on both this one and the other one. And I'm just leaving it out, to be honest, because it gives more space for the cables. Doesn't seem to really cause any issue. But yeah, there we go. So hope you enjoyed this one. It does make you wonder about buying one of these and whether it's such a clever idea to buy one. Knowing that those caps, it's mainly on that ceramic, because it's so difficult to replace them. But if you can, then great machines, you can do everything else. Obviously there's that can as well to do, but that's easy relatively, as long as you don't leave a spike of solder. So yeah, there we go. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe would be great, and have a look at part 1 if you haven't seen it. It's quite interesting. And I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.